Hello, welcome to the home of the Ghost Town. We got another video containing Warhammer the Old World news coming thick and fast. So I already did one on the Nova open preview which came, but something also that came at the weekend which I didn't get to until now, which is a pre-order for Warriors of Chaos. This kind of came out the blue for me. I wasn't expecting them so quick off the heels of the Dwarves. What that means, I don't know. Are they sorting out internal processes, meaning they can move quicker, or sorting out their production issues? Is it that the game systems become so popular and they can see the value in getting this stuff out? Who knows? Maybe it's just a rush to get in revenue for an end of year or an end of quarter. But either way, it's good for us, the players, as long as we can get hold of this stuff, GW. You're out of stock on your website is a big problem for a lot of players, and that does need resolving. But putting all that aside, let's take a look and see what is coming up for pre-order. So first up, the Warriors of Chaos Arcane Journal. It'd be really interesting to see what the armies of infamy are in this one. So from the Frozen Wastes in the north come the Warriors of Chaos. Right, yeah, sacking and pillaging, claiming glory as they do. 48-page supplement, yep. Expanding your army beyond the list found in the Ravening Hordes. So, 2 armies of infamy, Wolves of the Sea. Okay, so that sounds to me like a Wulfric style thing. You think about Wulfric the Wanderer as a character. You can see, marauders traveling around. Yeah, so Wolves of the Sea. I don't know. That sounds very much like that. Heralds of Darkness. Not really quite sure where that's going. Is that something that's going to, allow for some demon allies or something? I don't know. Yeah, that one's quite interesting. I'm not sure where that's going to go. So we've got characters like Friedel, the Chainmaker, and Galrauch. Okay, so we've got the 2-headed Chaos Dragon in there. Are we going to get a new miniature for Galrauch? Who knows? I mean, there is one already that exists. Extra units give prospective warlords plenty of new options when amassing their hordes. New magic items allow you to festoon your heroes with powerful gifts. It will be available as a soft cover book and an EPUB as normal. Right, okay, good. So let's take a look at the battalion, Warriors of Chaos Battalion. Now, at first glance, I actually really like it. There's no marauders in here. So we've got 2 units of 20 Chaos Warriors. Very, very nice. Expensive, right? Warriors of Chaos, the Chaos Warriors themselves and Chaos Knights, they're not cheap. So there's definitely some points in this box. We've got 2 units of 20 Warriors of Chaos, which is also good because, you've got different builds to them, right? So you can go for the sword and board build, you could go for dual weapons, and so on. So you've got different options there. We've got 2 units of Chaos Knights, which is also good. Maybe an option that you could convert some of these up or maybe paint them slightly differently. You could make 1 unit like Chosen Knights or something like that. The only thing that I'm personally not the biggest fan is chariots. I'm not a huge chariot fan outside of an army like the Tomb Kings where I can take a whole unit of them. The chariots are kind of like a bit, for me personally, meh. But I mean, overall, I think that's a pretty decent battalion box for anyone getting into Warriors of Chaos. It's a really good starter. Go buy yourself a Lord, and you've got a really decent starting army. You've got mobility, you've got some hard-hitting things, and you've got some sort of good anvil infantry style. In fact, that's not 2 units of 20. That's 2 units of 16. So that's 32 in there, right? Okay, so there's 32 Warriors of Chaos in there, not 2 units of 20. Okay, right. So let's see. Oh, no, it actually tells us down here. So 44 miniatures, so a movable core of 32 Chaos Warriors, absolutely. Supported by 10 Chaos Knights, unstoppable shock cavalry. Yep, Chaos Knights are pretty decent. 2 line-breaking Chaos Chariots, which can also be built as Gore Beast Chariots, should you wish. Yeah, again, I'm not a huge fan of the Gore Beasts, so I'd actually, if I was going to build them, I'd be building them as normal chariots. But this box also contains a new Warriors of Chaos transfer sheet with transfers. Okay, cool. Right, Warriors of Chaos reference card pack and dice set. Well, the dice set, yeah, if you really want yet another specific dice, maybe you're a uber Warriors of Chaos fan. Not for me personally. And then you've got the reference card pack. So brilliant. We love the reference card pack. Good luck getting hold of one because they sell out and then you can never get hold of them again. So which sucks. And it's one of my biggest gripes with GW doing this sort of thing. Great. You've got these really nice, cool card packs and cards are brilliant for the tabletop. But we're only ever going to sell it once. And we'll let the fear of missing out mean it'll all sell out within the first hour on the website. So if you've got a job or you've got family that covers you at the point of release on the website, yeah, you're never going to get a hold of them, save being scalped on eBay. So you're down to photocopies and making your own, I guess. Yeah, so 36 cards, all the usual good stuff in that. Right, so Chaos Warriors. So you're going to get the bulk of Chaos Warriors army is made up of the Chaos Warriors. Yep. So a Chaos Warriors box contains 32 plastic warriors. All right. So you can make 2 units of 16 with full command. So you can get, there are 2 full command groups worth in there. It'd be interesting to see how much 32 Chaos Warriors comes in at. Once the prices are out. So my intention will be once the prices are out for this battalion box, we'll have 5 battalion boxes out at that point. So I think I'm going to do then a little review on those 5 boxes in terms of how many points you get in each box as a generic figure, and then also the actual cost value. So it'll be interesting to see what this is worth and how much saving there is in each of the boxes, how consistent they are. You've also got Chaos Warriors upgrade sprue, so hand weapons and shields, yeah, but tougher foes will require heavier weapons. So you can upgrade your plastic warriors with a set of 10 metal great weapons or 10 metal halberds. So, okay, metal. Why do you make the upgrades metal? Yeah, you can already see some of the issues with these being metal. Look at the bends in them. Which just kills me from an aesthetic point of view. But either way, you're going to have to glue metal weapons to plastic models. A real shame. The other thing is you get 10 in a set and you get 32 warriors in a box. So if you wish to use all your 32 warriors, you're going to have to buy 4 sets and have 8 weapons left over. Yeah. Again, less than ideal. These are some of the less than. I don't know if this is done deliberately. I mean, in one way you could say, oh yes, it's done deliberately because of course it makes people spend more money, which is basically how a lot of gacha games get you. They give you currency, but the currency doesn't equal the stuff in the shop. So then you always end up with some left over, and then you spend more. But yeah. Less than ideal. You don't match the upgrade sprue numbers with the numbers in the box. That sucks. And they're metal. But the point is they have made them available if you want to do it. I kind of feel like maybe there's options for doing your own conversions with plastic weapons. For those that have other fantasy models, maybe dip into a bits box and maybe you could convert your own. Probably better and cheaper, but it requires a level of conversion. So if you're not into that, this is an option. Okay, so Chaos Chosen and Command. So yeah, I mean these look, you can clearly see the difference in them, which is nice. So it's nice to have the Chosen and the Command. 5 metal miniatures alongside a separate set of 5 metal miniatures to represent the Command contingent. So they're all metal, as they were before. But less of an issue. It's not like you're gluing metal to plastic. So, yeah, I mean, they are what they are. It's a shame we're not getting any of these new, but I didn't expect them to, given how quickly they've been released on the back of the Dwarves. But Chaos Chosen, yeah, I like Chosen and would definitely recommend having some in your army. Right, classic Warriors of Chaos miniatures. So yeah, I mean this is a really good sorcerer. I actually own this one. as is this one. Both of those are actually quite nice. The others. I mean, they're all pretty reasonable miniatures, I have to say. No Crom the Conqueror though. I really like him where he stood on a Bretonnian knight's helmet. You can just use him as a generic lord. So I really like him, but not there. Maybe in the future we'll see him. So lead your hordes to lay waste to the territories with these heroes. So we've got in plastic, the Champion of Chaos is plastic here. We've got the Sorcerer is plastic, and the Manticore is plastic. So these top three are all plastic. And then in metal, you've got the Chaos Lord on Demonic Mount. You've got the Chaos Sorcerer Lord on Chaos Steed. And you've got an alternate Champion of Chaos. So if you want those. Neither of these would I mean, for me, he's the nicest looking out of all of them, personally. But as a Lord and a Sorcerer, these guys work pretty well. And it just depends on what you're going for in terms of your army. So in terms of Chaos Monsters and War Machines there, we've got some Dragon Ogres in there. We've got Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, Skin Wolves in here, Chaos Trolls. We've got the Hell Cannon, which is really nice, with the proper crew. Great. So let's see what it says. Warriors of Chaos have a wide menagerie of terrifying monsters. So we've got Dragon Ogres or a monstrous Chimera. Skin Wolves, Skin Wolves are really cool, like especially if you're going for that kind of Marauder theme army. I think you can, and the same with the Dragon Ogres and stuff like that. If you're going for that sort of a Marauder themed army, it works better. Personally, I'm not a massive Chaos Monsters person. I tend to go heavier on the Chaos Warriors, Chosen, and Knights, and all that type of thing. But no, it's not bad to have something like a Chimera in the army. That's pretty decent. But for monsters, I quite like to make that a kind of a Marauder style. So yeah, we've got a gigantic spawn of Chaos in the Forge World resin. And then in metal, we've got Chaos Trolls. We've got Chaos Ogres, the Chaos Ogres command group. And then at the end, we've got the Hell Cannon, which is an artillery piece gripped by demonic sentience, crewed by Chaos Dwarfs. If only you could release your Chaos Dwarfs faction models. That would be amazing. I really want a Chaos Dwarf army. But at least we've got the Hell Cannon, right? And it's a really sweet looking model. I really like the look of the Hell Cannon. It's cool. So that's good. And then we've got some Dwarven Mountain Holds made to order as well. So still dwarfs to come. Some classic miniatures here. So we've got... first is a pack of 5 Lords. So that's actually pretty cool. 5 different Dwarf Lords, giving you a whole different aesthetic. So you got one with a shield, one with like a great weapon and a great weapon here. There's one with a shield and a weapon, and this one's actually got a pistol. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got Dwarf King on an Oath Stone, which is here, with a Thane with a great weapon and a Thane with a battle standard bearer. These are actually the dwarf models. Certainly these top ones, they've really held up. I actually think these still look really good. Some miniatures for me, like these Chaos Ogres, they look dated. You know, if you've got that aesthetic or you're trying to match up with what you've already got in an army, that's fine, but they're not for me. I think the dwarf ones have held up really, really well. And then finally add some history to your collection. Oh no, we've got the Slayers, right? So we've got Slayers of Legend, which are these. We've got the 3 Runesmiths, and then finally we've got the Dwarf Queen, originally known as Queen Helgar from the Grudge of Drong expansion. So yeah, if you want a Dwarf Queen, you've got a Dwarf Queen in there as well, which I think is pretty cool. These are all available to order from 10 a.m. local time on Saturday 31st of August until 8 a.m. BST on Monday the 9th of September. So that is obviously UK times. And as made-to-order products, they may take 180 days to ship. So there you go. That's everything that is coming out for a release. Warhammer the Old World, plenty of it coming for pre-order up this weekend coming. Warriors of Chaos, which was a bit of a shocker. So they're made to order dwarfs, which is pretty cool. But there you go. That is what we've got. That is what we got. Glad to see the chaos finally making an entrance, and helping people either start those or add to what they already have. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video covering all the latest news from Warhammer the Old World on the official warhammerthecommunity.com website. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Let me know why in the comments down below. If you want to see more content, hit that subscribe button. It takes a few seconds to do. It's free for you to do, and it's a big deal for me. And thank you to all those who have already hit that button. You've been watching The Ghost Hour. Tune back in for more Warhammer the Old World content.